Hello, welcome back to another practice. My name is Mitzi. I am a GP and yoga teacher. We are going to be working our way through a lovely hip opening yoga flow. Hip opening is great for flexibility and your posture. It's also useful for emotional regulation and release of stress and tension. All you need today is a mat. If you are ready, find a comfortable spot and let's begin. We're going to start seated, so sitting however you find comfortable. I'm cross-legged, but the important thing is making sure that you're sat equally on your bottom. Your spine is tall and your shoulders can melt away from your ears. We're going to take a few moments here to just reconnect back to ourselves. Maybe closing your eyes. Start to bring your awareness internally, focusing on your breath. Notice how you feel as you inhale and exhale through your nose. Taking a few more energizing breaths. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Let's begin our warm-up. Bringing the soles of your feet together in butterfly. We're going to start to arch the spine, open the chest as we inhale. And as we exhale, rounding through your spine, chin to chest. Inhaling, opening up the chest. Exhale, rounding through. It's a bit of a seated cat-cow, so continue this with your own breath, inhaling as you open your heart, exhale, drawing your chin to chest, belly to spine, rounding through your back. A few more like this, starting to waken up your spine, opening your heart, and then release, draw your knees together, and let's gently make our way into a tabletop position. We're going to start warming up the wrists by making circles with the shoulders over the wrists. Going one way and then changing directions to circle your wrists the other way. Start to curl under your toes, engage your core, send your hips back into downward facing dog. As you exhale, lower your knees back down into tabletop. Exhale, sit your hips back. We're just going to flow through these movements, downward facing dog, tabletop, sitting back, child's pose. And again, one more time, pushing up to your downward facing dog. And from here, we're just going to pedal out your legs, pushing the floor away as we start the flow. Lifting your right leg up into three-legged dog. Let's start warming up your hips. So drawing circles with your knee in downward dog, keeping supported with your hands. Change directions of the circles. And then extend your leg forward, hug in your knee to your chest and make your way into a low lunge with your right foot at the front. Inhale your arms up, exhale, sink through your hips. Take a breath here, feeling the stretch in your hips opening. Exhaling, lowering your hands down to the mat, curl under your toes, and then step back into your three-legged dog, right leg up. And lower it back down to the mat. Swapping sides, inhale your left leg up and just start drawing circles with your knee, opening up your hips, just as big as you're able to, making sure you change directions. Fingers are pressing into the mat, fingers spread wide. Extend your left leg up straight, three-legged dog. As you exhale, draw your left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale your arms up into low lunge. Exhale, sink through your hips here. heart is open. Exhale, lowering your hands down, curling under your toes and stepping back into your three-legged dog, extending your left leg and then returning to your downward facing dog. Looking to the front of the mat, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Press through the feet, curl through the spine as you inhale all the way up to stand, palms together. Exhale, lowering your hands down to your sides. Beginning the flow here, inhale, arms up overhead, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step back with your right leg. Inhale into your low lunge. Lift up into a high lunge and then lower your knee. We're just going to pulse up and down here a few times, strengthening as we stretch. Well done. One more. Exhale. Lower your hands, send your hips back into a half split. Inhale, open your chest to a low lunge. And let's slow through half split and our low lunge. A couple more times. Having a gentle bend in your left leg if you need. Inhaling as you open the chest, exhaling as you forward fold over your leg. Just hold this forward fold for a breath or two. And then come back to your lunge. Press into your hands and step your right foot back to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then step back with your left leg. Lowering your knee. Inhale into your low lunge. Push through the toes into your high lunge. Pulsing here on the other side, going from your low lunge up to your high lunge. Arms can be up overhead for extra challenge. If you need a bit more support with your balance, keep your hands on your hips. Exhale, hands to your mat, uncurl your toe, send your hips back and extend your right leg, forward fold, half split here. Inhale into your low lunge, exhale into your half split. Continue this flow as you inhale, opening up, exhale, folding over your right leg. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, pressing your hands into the mat, finding your plank, and we're going to flow down so you can have your knees down in knees, chest, chin, supported chaturanga, or you can keep your knees raised into full chaturanga and inhale to your upward facing dog, keeping your thighs and knees off, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Fingers are spread wide, pushing through the mat, taking a few breaths here before you inhale your right knee up, squeezing it to the front, lowering your right knee to your right wrist in pigeon pose. Inhale, pushing up, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pushing up. Flowing here again, folding over your pigeon. Inhale, arching up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, arching up. If you'd prefer not to flow, you're welcome to just hold the forward fold over your leg if that's within your practice. You may wish to put your hands under your forehead for a bit more support, and just take a breath here. Slowly coming out and up. For a deeper stretch, you can bend your left knee. For more of a heart opener, hold both hands to your foot and open up your chest. From here we're going to return back to our downward facing dog. One breath here before we move on and extend your left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, draw your left knee towards your left wrist, coming forward into your pigeon pose. We're going to flow, folding forward and pushing up, connecting breath to our movement. Exhale, forward fold, inhaling, pushing up. Exhaling, forward fold, inhale, pushing up. Exhale, forward fold, final one, inhale, pushing up. And again, you may wish to put your hands together and rest your forehead on the back of your hands, allowing yourself to fully relax into this hip opening pose. One more breath here. On your next inhale, pushing up into your hands, and again grabbing your left hand to your right foot, drawing your foot into your glute for a deeper quad stretch, or holding both hands onto your foot for more of a heart opener, pushing your foot away, opening up your chest. Releasing your leg gently down, stepping back into your plank, finding your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back to your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here in our final downward dog of the practice. Really pressing the floor away, opening up the heart, gazes between the toes. Looking between the hands and walking or maybe hopping your feet to the front of the mat. Toes turned out. Exhale, sink your hips into Malasana. Feel free to rock it out, opening up the hips here before we move into our noose pose. So right hand up, left hand down. If you'd like to find your bind here around your knee, you're welcome to, or just keep using your left arm as leverage against your leg to open up your heart. And release. Change into the other side, grounding through your right hand this time, left hand up to the sky. And again, finding your bind if that's within your practice, making sure to keep rolling your chest open. Drawing your shoulder blades together. Inhaling and exhaling easily here. Releasing your hands back to the mat in front of you before lowering your bottom, feet together back into our butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall, engaging your lower belly, rolling through the spine as you lower all the way down with a bit of core control until we're in our final relaxation for today. I'm going to stay in butterfly. You can release your legs to full shavasana if you want to, or you can join me here. Maybe gently rock the hips side to side, loosening up the joints and allowing your hands to find your lower belly. Settling back in to yourself. Closing your eyes, drawing your awareness inwards. Bringing your attention back to your breath for this short moment of relaxation where you inhale and exhale fully. With each exhale, allowing all the tension to release from your hips, feeling the opening, noticing the emotional release. The hips are connected to our root chakra, an energy responsible for feeling stable, feeling secure and grounded, as well as our creativity. A couple more energizing breaths here. Slowly start to draw your knees in, maybe hugging your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze as you gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position for the closing of this 15-minute practice. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, reaching your arms up over your head. Exhale, drawing your hands to your heart, thumb knuckles to your third eye. Gently bow your head, thanking yourself for practicing today. I'm so grateful you were able to join me for this short practice. I hope you felt the benefits. I can't wait to see you in the next one. As always, take care.